What I have to say to Canelo is this. You proved yourself already. You proved yourself. You fought a lot of great fighters. You tested yourself. You went up in weight to numerous weight classes. Like myself and like other fighters throughout the years. Same thing with Pacquiao. You know, Canelo is a great fighter. Canelo is a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a fighter. And everyone is now saying that he's not the same fighter. He's not looking the same.
His next fight coming up is going to be with...
It's a lot of wear and tear. Boxing is a lot of wear and tear.
Yeah. Yeah. And those guys are younger.
Yeah.
And hungrier.
Boxing is a lot of wear and tear. You can get old overnight. You can. It's how boxing is.
And those were the encouraging words from Floyd, Money Mayweather, in regards to Canelo Alvarez's career and his defense of Canelo taking on these up-and-coming fighters. He stated like, hey, you know, you have proved yourself. You fought a lot of good fighters, really good fighters, undefeated fighters, champions. And you basically don't have anything else to prove. You know, wear and tear in boxing is inevitable, okay? And you can get old overnight. You can. You wake up one day and then it's not there, or you're in that fight and you realize, like, I don't want it anymore. You know, it reminds me of Mike Tyson when it happened to him. Some people a little harder than others. Some people a little hard-headed than others. But it was very surprising to hear Floyd say that, you know. Maybe it's Floyd showing maturity, you know, and or identifying that, hey, I was once where Canelo was. Like, hey, I've fought enough guys to satisfy what I feel is a complete career, you know, based on my accolades and based on the things that I've done in the sport. And I'm one of the best to do it. So there you go. And I think he's passing that torch on to Canelo Alverez. That's the yin, okay? Because it's always good for a retired fighter to, first of all, respect and to encourage the current fighters on what they should do in their career, okay? It's always good. I think that's what Joshua wanted from Lennox Lewis. In return, he got criticism that he didn't like. So I think that's where the beef started. So that's good for Floyd that he's doing that. Now, here comes the yang, okay? The yang on this equation would be, maybe Floyd wants Canelo to quit because maybe Floyd is worried about some kind of legacy standard. You know, well, maybe he's like, hey, well, you know, you should quit. You don't have to prove yourself. Like, slow down. Because I've done what I've done, but I can't do no more because it's already done. But you're moving up to light heavyweight. You're thinking about going to cruiserweight. I think you should slow down. You know what I mean? I think I don't want you to do that based on what you've already done. See, Floyd was a lot smaller than Canelo, though. And so Floyd did move up. He moved from, I think, 125 to 154. Canelo went from 147 maybe. I think he started at welterweight, or maybe 154, and he moved all the way up to 175. Okay, so you know, if he keeps moving up and moving up and moving up, he will be in that Roy Jones Jr. Comparison, because Roy was, you know, started at 154, then to 160, and all the way up to heavyweight. So you know, that's some huge shoes to fill, okay? But maybe Floyd just doesn't want him to keep doing things, because one thing a person protects is his legacy. It reminds me of Bernard Hopkins when he did not want, and he admitted, he did not want Triple G to beat his record with, I think it was 22 title defenses. And I think when he did fight Canelo the second time, or the first time, you know, his record was not broken because it was a draw. Okay, so I think they tied at 22, I believe. It could have been 21 or 22 title defenses. But Golovkin was on his way of breaking it, and Bernard was like, hey, I do not want this guy to beat my record, And it makes sense, though, because you don't. Some people don't care, but then some people do. And Floyd, Money Mayweather, I don't know if that's the case. I'm just putting it out there. I would think that he would be one of those guys that don't want the record to be broken because he doesn't want the legacy to be upped, right? He doesn't want a fighter to get the drop on him, the one up on him, so that might be what it was. But if it is Ying, I would say well done, but it wouldn't make anybody complacent hearing it from Floyd because Floyd was the first one to beat Canelo Alverez in a professional fight. And, but it is surprising to hear Floyd come to the aid or the defense of Canelo Alvarez because a couple years ago he was like, I cooked him easy work, you know what I mean? And those type of things. But you guys tell me what you think of Floyd, Money Mayweather, defending Canelo Alvarez. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.